Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video we are going to do India's 12 deferred taxes. So this is a quick revision, purely exam point of view. So these four are the formulas. Remember them. It is very useful when you are writing the exam, right? So let's see the first one. बोलता है कि carrying value is greater than tax base. मतलब carrying value का amount is greater than your tax base. Then it is DTL करके बोल रहा. Let's see, understand it with an example. ठीक है. So let's take an example of depreciation. So okay, now I've purchased some property, plant and equipment on 1/4. So the rate is 1 lakh. Okay, but depreciation rate as per Ind AS is 20 and depreciation as per Income Tax Act is 30%. So there is a difference in your depreciation. मतलब कुछ तो difference आने वाला है year end में. तो carrying value as on that is as per books. This is as per books. Okay, it is 80,000 after depreciation, but tax base पे ना after 30% no 88 के हिसाब से it is 70,000. So 80,000 is in the books and 70,000 is in the income tax. तो यहाँ पे there is a taxable temporary difference of 10,000. Now how you will find out whether it is a deferred tax asset or deferred tax liability, or even to say it is taxable temporary difference or deductible temporary difference. So यहाँ पे you need to understand is that कि 80,000 is as per books and 70,000 is as per tax base. So maximum amount of depreciation that you can claim by holding that asset in the future is only 70,000 as per Income Tax Act. As per books, now you are getting 80,000. You can claim 80% as depreciation in the future, right? But as per Income Tax Act, you can claim only 70,000. मतलब you're falling short as per tax. ठीक है, you're falling short of 10,000 as per Income Tax Act. मतलब at some point of time in the future on the 10,000 you will have to pay tax. Clear, no? So that difference is called, because you are liable to pay tax in the future, that becomes taxable temporary difference. And if taxable temporary difference is there, you will create deferred tax liability. Okay, this is a deferred tax liability on this 10,000. ठीक है, 30% 3,000. This is 3,000. I hope it is clear. The first one. Okay, if carrying value of an asset is greater than your tax base, then you will get deferred tax liability. We have already also seen with an example, and our concept is also clear. Now let's see the second one. We are still in the assets only. Now if carrying value is less than tax base, then you will get deferred tax asset करके बोल रहा. Now let's see that also with an example. Okay, so there is something called indexation as per capital gain, but वैसा indexation benefit वैसा Ind AS में नहीं रहता. ठीक है, that indexation benefit is only there in your Income Tax Act. ठीक है, now let's take, there is a land, I bought it for 1 lakh. ठीक है, indexation benefit यहाँ पे 10% होता है. ठीक है, indexation 10% over 1 year. ठीक है, now I sold that land after 2 years. ठीक है, so what will be the cost in the books? In the books it will be only 1 lakh. लैंड तो डिप्रिशिएट नहीं होता. आफ्टर 2 years ऑल्सो दैट लैंड कॉस्ट विल बी 1 lakh ओनली. क्लियर. बट एज पर टैक्स बेस नो, वो जो इंडेक्सेशन बेनिफिट होता है फॉर 2 years आई गेट 1 lakh के ऊपर 10%, 1,10,000, एंड देन सेकेंड ईयर ऑल्सो आई गेट अनदर 10%, सो दैट विल बिकम 1,21,000. ओके, सो इंडेक्सेशन बेनिफिट आता है एज पर इनकम टैक्स एक्ट. तो एज पर इनकम टैक्स कितना है? 1,21,000 है. ठीक है, तो देयर इज़ अ डिफरेंस नाउ. There's a difference of 21,000. Now let's understand. As per tax now I'm getting more deduction. I'm getting 1,21,000. But as per books I'm getting only 1 lakh. मतलब इनकम टैक्स में मेरे को ज़्यादा डिडक्शन मिल रहा है. तो इन दैट केस since I'm getting more deduction, I will create deferred tax asset. Clear, no? On that 21,000 difference. I hope it is clear. Even if you see from profits point of view, no, since if I sold that land for 2 lakhs after 2 years, then as per books no मेरा 1 lakh each है cost, then my profit will become 1 lakh, right? Now take an example. Now come to IT Act. You sold for 2 lakhs, but as per IT Act your tax base is 1,21,000 after taking that indexation benefit. So your profit is how much? 79,000. So since your profit is less as per Income Tax Act, you will pay less tax. So when you're paying less tax, that's a benefit for you. So when you're getting benefit in the future after 2 years, when you're selling that land, then you will create an asset now. I hope it is clear. So second point is also clear. Now the same, no, you You can also if you change the rates here, let me give you another example. Like if you take this example only, but if you change the rates, okay, see, if you 30% is as per books, as per index, 20%, let's take 20% as per income tax act. So this will become 70,000 and this will become 80,000. Tax base will become 80,000, carrying value will become 70,000. Now the roles have reversed. In books you can take only 70,000 depreciation in the future, but as per tax base, no, you can claim 80,000 deduction as per tax, as per income tax act. तो प्रॉफिट यहाँ पे कम होता है, ठीक है, बिकॉज वी आर क्लेमिंग 80,000 एज डिडक्शन. यहाँ पे प्रॉफिट ज़्यादा होता है बिकॉज ओनली 70,000 वी आर एबल टू क्लेम एज डिडक्शन. तो इन फ्यूचर नो, यहाँ पे बेनिफिट आ रहा है अपने को, तो डिफर टैक्स एसेट आता है, राइट. सो हियर, या, आई होप यू अंडरस्टूड द पॉइंट. I don't want to go more deep and confuse you guys, right? It's just that you need to see कि depreciation rate डाल के you need to find out what is the carrying value and what is the tax base, and then you need to see what is its impact on the profit. Okay, so this applies for assets side, ठीक है. Since this is assets, we will do it in that way. Now let's see the third point. Okay, third point, we are in liabilities. Carrying value is greater than tax base, then he's saying it is deferred tax asset. Okay, now let's understand that with another example. Okay, now here he is saying gratuity payable. Gratuity payable बोल के we have recognized 10,000 in our books. We will pay that in the future. But income tax act में 43 बोल के एक section है. You will get deduction only on payment basis. Clear? So whenever you pay that amount in the future, you will get deduction in that year. ठीक है? As of now, tax base is 0. In the future when the payment is done, then I will claim deduction 10,000 in that year, ठीक है. तो in future I'm getting a deduction, ठीक है. Now in the future I'm getting a deduction, तो deferred tax asset create करना पड़ता है. So that is deductible difference. Deductible temporary difference बोलते हैं उसको. This difference of 10,000 is deductible temporary difference, and deferred tax asset is created on that 10,000. 10,000 के ऊपर 30%, deferred tax asset 3,000. आई होप दिस इज़ क्लियर. अभी यहाँ पे एक स्पेशल पॉइंट आता है फॉर लायबिलिटीज़. टैक्स बेस डिटरमाइन करने के लिए एक फॉर्मूला है, ठीक है. जस्ट रिमेंबर दिस. विदाउट दैट फॉर्मूला ऑल्सो वी कैन डू, जस्ट नो हाउ वी डिड, ठीक है. बट रिमेंबर दिस, टैक्स बेस को डिटरमाइन करने के लिए फर्स्ट यू नीड टू टेक द कैरिंग वैल्यू जो भी उनके बुक्स में रिकॉर्डेड है, दैट इज़ 10,000 इन आर एग्जाम्पल. दिस इज रिकॉर्डेड इन द बुक्स. टेक दैट 10,000 एंड सी इफ यू आर एबल टू डिडक्ट एनी अमाउंट इन द फ्यूचर. Okay, now in our case, no, I am able to deduct 10,000 in the future when they pay it on cash basis. Whenever they pay the gratuity, that year I will claim entire amount as deduction. Clear? So in future I will get 10,000. So that's the reason tax base is 0 now. Okay, so books में 10,000 recorded है, tax base is 0, so there is a difference of 10,000. Clear, no? Let's take the same, let's see this with another example, ठीक है. Now gratuity is 10,000 in the books. Income tax बोलता है कि whenever you pay gratuity 10,000, I'll give you only 20%, that is 2,000 deduction देता मैं, ठीक है. Income tax बोल रहा है not full but I'll give you 20% deduction, मतलब 10,000 के ऊपर 20%, that is 2,000. In the future whenever payment is done, I will get 2,000 as deduction. Clear, no? So let's apply that in this formula. So carrying value is 10,000 minus future deductible amount is how much? 2,000. ठीक है. टैक्स बेस कितना आ रहा? 8,000 आ रहा, ठीक है. So here as per books carrying value is 10,000, right? This is 10,000 as per books and tax base is 8,000. difference कितना है? 2,000. Since I'm getting 2,000 deduction in the future, it's a benefit, right? When it's a benefit, I will create an asset. So on this 2,000, I will create deferred tax asset. 2,000 into 30%. That 600 rupees will be my benefit. Okay. Since here I'm getting entire amount as deduction, so I took entire 10,000 as deductible amount. Carrying value minus future deductible amount, that came to 0. I hope you understood this also. Okay. This is just for an example. But whenever you pay on cash basis, no, entire 10,000 will be allowed as deduction as per income tax act. Okay, so that's why we took 10,000 as future deductible amount, so tax base came to 0. So that's the reason it is DTA. If you see even our formula also, no, it is DTA. Clear. Now let's see the fourth one. Carrying amount is less than tax base, then it will become deferred tax liability. So this is the loan amount. See, whenever you take loan, no, you have to go and account it as per Ind AS 109 financial instruments. So financial instruments may, if there is any transaction cost, no, we will adjust that and record the remaining amount after adjusting 98,000. तो वहाँ पे एक effective interest rate बोल के concept है. We will take an effective interest rate and adjust even this 2,000 in the future interest payments. Basically that is what happens in our Ind AS 109, all those sums, right? तो वो टैक्स बेस में वैसा नहीं रहता. टैक्स बेस में ये 2,000 जो ट्रांजैक्शन कॉस्ट है ना, एंटायर अमाउंट यू विल गेट डिडक्शन टुडे ओनली. ओके, इन टैक्स बेस एंटायर अमाउंट यू गॉट डिडक्शन टुडे. बट इन आवर बुक्स नो दिस 2,000 वो लोग एडजस्ट करके इफेक्टिव इंटरेस्ट रेट में इन फ्यूचर दे विल बी टेकिंग दैट डिडक्शन इन द फ्यूचर. ठीक है, तो टैक्स बेस में यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू गेट एनीथिंग इन द फ्यूचर. यू हैव क्लेम्ड एवरीथिंग टुडे ओनली. इन इनकम टैक्स यू हैव क्लेम्ड एंटायर 2,000. ठीक है, सो कैरिंग वैल्यू नाउ अप्लाई द सेम थिंग इन दिस फॉर्मूला. ओके, लोन अमाउंट कितना, कैरिंग वैल्यू, सो 1 लाख कैरिंग वैल्यू एंड फ्यूचर डिडक्टेबल अमाउंट्स. फ्यूचर में कुछ भी डिडक्शंस नहीं मिलने वाले हैं. सो योर टैक्स बेस इज़ 1 लाख एंड योर difference is 2,000. 1 lakh minus 98,000, your difference comes to 2,000. In future you will have to pay tax on 2,000, right? As per income tax you have claimed entire 2,000 now only. So in future no, you will have to pay tax on that. So it's a taxable temporary difference of 2,000 and DTL is applied. So in our next video we are going to see how do you determine this tax base. Okay, अब इतना कुछ पढ़े ना, तो टैक्स बेस कैसा आता है, दिस टैक्स बेस लायबिलिटीज़ का टैक्स बेस, एंड देन देर आर डिफरेंट सिनारियोज लाइक शेयर बेस्ड पेमेंट में, बिजनेस कॉम्बिनेशन में. ऑल दैट वी विल कवर अप इन द नेक्स्ट वीडियो. सो प्लीज़ डू सब्सक्राइब in case if you like this video, and please do like it. Thank you so much. It's a quick revision, and even our next video also it's going to be a very quick revision. So let's go. Thank you so much guys.